During the second Obama administration, the Department of Education started cracking down on fraudulent marketing and policies at for-profit colleges. The new guidelines, affecting some 840,000 students, were later upheld by a federal appeals court. But under Betsy DeVos, the department has been turning a blind eye to the multi-billion-dollar industry's corruption. Current and former employees who requested anonymity for fear of retaliation said tight restrictions have been put on staff members scrutinizing for-profit institutions, constraining their contact with other state and federal agencies without high-level approval. Some state officials who had collaborated with the education department in bringing legal cases against for-profit schools say their joint work has ground to a halt. In 2015, the Senate Health Committee issued a report that found Pell Grants and Perkins loans made up 86% of all for-profit college revenue. That's $32 billion in 1 year alone, a quarter of all federal spending for post-secondary training, leaving millions of students with crushing debt and no job prospects. On Friday, the department issued a statement saying DeVos is committed to protecting students who have been defrauded by schools. But one of the first things she did as secretary was to roll back the gainful employment rule, which mandated graduates can't have high debt-to-income ratios. Let's say a student goes to cosmetology school and borrows $15,000 to enroll. She did this because the recruiters promised her that she'd earn $22 an hour when she finished. They also promised that they'd help her find a job. She graduates and finds work, but it pays the minimum wage. This could lead the school to be deemed a failure if students end up paying more than 20% of their salaries on loans. Illegal recruiting practices, misleading advertising, overpriced programs, and worthless degrees. That's what the Department of Education should be working to contain, like the $25 million judgment against the current president's fake university. But just like all the other members of the president's cabinet, Secretary DeVos has a long history undermining the mission of the very department she's been tasked to lead, like the fox guarding the hen house. If you found the information in this video helpful, go ahead and share it with a friend. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button so you can find me again next week.